This video will show you how to detect user input on the keyboard in Pygame for our no internet game. So far, your game includes a player object and a ground line, so when you run the program you should see a red square as the player, and then you should see a white line as our ground line. And when we press spacebar, nothing happens. So if you don't have that yet, go back to the previous videos and make sure that you watch those to get the player object as well as the ground. And then in this video what we'll be doing is making sure that the game can register input through the spacebar, so that in the next video, when we get our player to jump, we already have the code in here for pressing the spacebar. We know that that works. So what we're going to be focusing on in the code is down here in the game loop. We're going to be focusing on the event loop. So the event loop will allow you to detect any type of user input, whether it's the spacebar or the enter key or any of the number keys or even a joystick. So eventually we will get it to work with a joystick. Right now we only are detecting one thing in here, and that is the quit event, so that when we run our program and we hit the X, the game will actually detect that through this, and this is what tells Pygame to quit and tells the system to close that window. Okay, so we're going to make another event down here, and this is going to detect our spacebar press. Okay, so we're going to say if event dot type equals key down in all caps. All right, and this will detect any type of button being pressed down, whether it is an enter key, a number key, or the spacebar. We specifically want this to work with the spacebar. So our next if statement inside of this is going to say if event dot key equals k underscore space. All right, and there are a lot of codes that Pygame will use for each key. You can look up the Pygame documentation to see what those codes are if you're looking for a specific type of code for a button. But this is the code that is for the space bar. Okay, and then inside here, just to make sure that this works, we're just going to put a print statement for now. And inside our print statement, we will just put space pressed. Okay, so when we press the space bar, that will cause this print message to show up down here in our terminal. Okay, so we'll save that, run it. All right, and then when our game window is open, if you press the space bar, you should now see space pressed being printed out every time that you tap the space bar. Okay, so make sure you have that. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.